So this plant is already connected to the devices, and it would be possible for her to make music. Before she was singing. Now she stopped anyway, I don't know.
Maybe she's a little shy now that she's seeing all these people.
Try to go to ask her
Go ahead,
if she would like to sing
talk sweetly.
again for
Talk
us.
sweetly to her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for her request.
There is an electrode here in connection with the leaves. I changed the position of the electrode. And another electrode is in contact with the roots. So the sound here that can be produced by the plant is by creating a difference of potential, of electric potential. And now she's going into the, yeah? She's creating the signal that is making the music now. It is the plant changing the notes, the melody, the rhythm. So you see, if I detach the electrode, the plant will not sing anymore. This was an experimentation in Damanhur since 30 years to see if plants are intelligent beings. And we were trying to find out if it is possible to dialogue with them, and the result was not only a signal, yes or no, or I am alive or not, but a very complex of expression of music that is a universal language. So plants can express themselves, giving us a feedback for to our emotions. That is how they dialogue with us. They can, on a kind of telepathic connection, read and understand our emotions. And it is possible to talk to plants also without the music. You can use your own senses. Go to the tree and talk to the tree as well. Anyway, here during researches, it was possible to take this signal from the plant, to decode it by this device that has been produced by our own, and then by a MIDI signal it is sent into a synthesizer. Here the plant is given a musical instrument where it can interact by changing the melody, by choosing the notes and the rhythm, the musical rhythm.
Is the plant reacting on her own music that she's producing?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
Plants like music, and they like their own music. So, as more as they play and they listen to music, as happier they are.
Joyful
as more they play, they can learn to make music. We teach them for 2 or 3 weeks, making them listen to classical music and doing meditations together with them. And then they learn to, at a certain point, they become aware of, they can produce their own music. And that is a moment where they start very happily to create. And that musician plants, generally, we take them with us when we go to give concerts around, where we want to make music with a tree on a territory. We put our musician plant near to the tree, and there is a connection between plants, between tree and plant, and there will be the transmission immediately from the knowledge by the plant, by the musician plant to the tree. And the tree is immediately able to make his own music. So this is how we organized concerts in the woods, with 3 or 4 plants playing together, making music, and human musicians, singers and dancers also, creating a very inspiring and particular atmosphere with this. So plants are intelligent beings, and they have just a different way of being. They have a different logic.
But you say originally, if the plant had never come across this before and it was placed in here by itself, it would take some time before it got into the kind of realization that this music was something it was in control.
Yes, it takes some time.
And then when you place them together, though, they learn much quicker between each other. They can transfer that knowledge between themselves.
Yes, that is what I was saying. Yeah, yes.
And do you know already how they transmit their ability?
They are all communicating to each other, plants and animals as well.
By vibrations?
I don't know vibrations. They communicate by communicating the messages.
Yeah, okay.
They are intelligences, you know? Plants have been on Earth since 300–400 millions of years. They evolved and are even more evolved than we are.
Yeah.
They have a society. There is a plant world with a hierarchy. There is a plant wars. They are evolved. They don't need many things for life. Just sun and light, some water, and the ground to grow.
We can learn from them.
Oh yes.
A lot.
In past times, every human had a plant, a tree from 1,000 years as friend, which he was connected to from birth to death. So for the whole life, you had a connection to a 1,000-year-old tree, and that was very important for us, and also for the plants. Now we lost the contact to nature, and it would be healthy for us to find again more synchrony with the rhythms of nature.
You take the seed in your mouth, it changes the DNA into your body, you plant it in the ground, and it's your tree. It grows for you.
Yes.
Vegetables, all of it.
In Damanhur, we are used to plant a tree for every child that is born. Every Damanhurian child has his own tree.
But
So,
we need to plant more trees.
yes.
Because as we plant, they take.
Well, the plants did a great job of singing today for us.
More beautiful than the other day. It'll be beautiful every
Maybe
day.
stupid question, but plants, like, people can find...
It's not an experiment, it was an observation where a certain species of tree has been affected by a kind of caterpillar damaging the bark and the trunk, and 9 kilometers from that wall, from that caterpillars, the same species of trees was starting to produce anticorps against that that animal.
Communicate.
So there was a communication on a distance from 9 kilometers. And we know there is a communication on the ground by the roots, but as well with other communication systems. Trees are always on the same place. They are not like we are moving around and we get our experience by moving. We learn with this, with our body going around. Plants are intelligences that are always on the same place. So they must invent some other communication system that allows them to communicate with others, also on distance. And they use messages, yes, and they use animals as well. I don't know if they use even us humans to bring messages from...
They use animals?
Yes.
Like...
They are used to attract animals and to send them with their seed to other places.
But those animals are not aware of it.
And also animals communicate. They communicate to each other. Imagine that to be a telepathic communication. We don't. We are not conscious. We can't do this. But others are connected.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Yeah.